Thanks for tuning into Dirty Teeth and welcome back to the channel. Cheers to a fantastic start of 2022 and I hope everybody is getting out there and making the most of it. I decided to try something new this month, so forgive me if it's a little clunky. Some of you already know about my monthly blog updates detailing our Trail Magic Monday giving. This month marks TMM's 1-year anniversary, so I decided to document it with a video post instead. If you're completely in the dark and asking Alan what the heck are you talking about and what does Trail Magic Monday mean, there's a video for that too. And you guessed it, there's a link in the description. The goal is to grow the giving. Whether it's with us through TMM or making moves on your own, I just want to put it on your heart and in your mind. We can all do better to selflessly serve and spread joy and love in our limited time on this beautiful planet. So let me know in the comments below if this video stinks or if it's a kick in the pants and worth doing more of in the future. P.S. There's links to all the specifics of everything I'll be flying through in the description below. In terms of trail magic for the month of January, we had our biggest month of giving yet. Here's my financial advisor Lucy to go over the details.
We gifted 13 individuals and organizations with a monetary value over $700. This brings us up to over $4,000 worth of gifts, cash tips, and financial donations presented to 88 folks.
And we've only been at it for 1 year.
That may seem like small potatoes, but we like all potatoes. There's something about making personal connections and watching people smile with genuine gratitude that's so infectious and addicting. As a reminder, this is funded mostly through ad revenue generated through this little YouTube channel and our generous Patreon family. I'm extremely humbled by everyone's graciousness. The giving map is growing slow and steady, with small acts of kindness popping up like pimples all over the place. I hope you take some time and check it out. While you're at it, think about someone you'd like to see stoked out with a little gift. And don't hesitate to fill out our short nomination form. There doesn't have to be any rhyme or reason. It's just a simple act of kindness and we need folks like you to help spread it like apple butter. Again, all the links are in the description below. Okay, enough said. Let's get started with the rundown of our January recipients. First stop is in Anchorage, Alaska at Off the Chain. This nomination was anonymous. Off the Chain is a volunteer-run bicycle collective. They maintain regular shop hours and invite people to come in and use their tools and library, as well as get advice from mechanics. Off the Chain is all about teaching people of all ages and backgrounds how to repair their own bikes. They strive to increase ridership awareness and bicycle safety through community outreach and education. They also keep an inventory of new and used parts, as well as refurbished bikes in stock. Next up is Buck, and he was nominated by Lori P. Buck owns and operates his own outdoor adventure shop called Buck's Northwest in Seabrook, Washington. In Lori's words, he's helped to develop and promote the building of mountain biking trails in the Seabrook and Grays Harbor area. Lori enjoys the vibe and service she receives at Buck's. So much that she considers it her local bike shop even though it's 40 minutes from her home. We sent Lori some loot, stickers, and a note, and she did the rest. She grabbed a gift certificate to Samurai Sushi, picked out a fun card, and delivered the smiles to Buck herself. Thank you, Lori, and thank you, Buck. Earlier in January, I was blessed to be part of the volunteer crew at JP's Fat Pursuit in Island Park, Idaho. I got to help with mandatory gear checks, aid stations, water boil tests, and took some pictures for the Fat Pursuit Instagram page. It was a blast feeding off of everyone's positivity and offering encouragement when I could. There was this awesome couple from Arizona, Jennifer and Jason. They were riding the 200K pursuit together and were ready to pull the plug at the final aid station. JP had a chat with them, after which they decided to bivvy in the snow and finish the next morning. I had the privilege of being at the finish line when they crossed, and it was a magical moment. A small group of us had gathered to cheer them on, including the race winners Kurt Refsnyder and Rebecca Rush, who had both finished more than 24 hours earlier. You've got to love the camaraderie in the bikepacking community. Anyway, Kurt had a brand new telephoto lens he was playing with, and he just happened to capture this perfect moment. It's a story of grit and perseverance and fulfillment. It immediately brought to mind a photo my buddy Craig snapped at the finish line of the Tour Divide. He captured the moment of me reuniting with my family after being apart from each other for more than 3 weeks. A few weeks later, another buddy of mine, Hunter, shows up on my doorstep with this canvas print in his hand. It means so much to us and it's been on our wall ever since. Long story short, Kurt hooked up the high-res file, him and JP provided personal notes, and my kiddos sent off a care package with the canvas print. Jason and Jennifer, I doubt you'll ever see this video, but if you do, you guys are such an inspiration with the most contagious smiles for miles. Moving on to another organization brought to our attention anonymously. The Great Bike Giveaway is a program specializing in getting adaptive bikes to children and teens with special needs. Oftentimes, adaptive bikes are prohibitively expensive since they're not mass-produced and it's such a niche market. Likewise, many folks with special needs, including their loved ones, have no clue where to start to find the right bike for their specific disability. That's where the Great Bike Giveaway comes in. Every kid deserves the joy and health and independence and inclusion that comes from riding a bike. And they make it happen. In just over 6 years, they've made it over 1,000 youths with appropriate bicycles, tailored to their needs. We were also stoked to make a contribution to Tom and Allie in Boulder, Colorado. They lost their home and all their possessions during sweeping fires that viciously attacked their area on December 30th, 2021. Allie barely had time to evacuate their 2 children and the family dog. They basically walked away from their charred home with nothing except the clothes on their backs. Tom was a bike mechanic and he lost all of his tools in the blaze as well. Thank God none of them were injured and they have each other. Then we have Miran Gulfman in Norwood, Massachusetts. In 2020, he stepped away from his daily life for 3 months to become the primary caregiver for his uncle Bruce, who had been diagnosed with ALS 3 years earlier. Inspired by the challenges Bruce was facing, Miran endeavored to raise awareness for ALS. He toured the Baja Divide bikepacking route and then trained to race it. His goal was to set the fastest known time on the route while raising money for the ALS Association. He succeeded at both setting the FKT and meeting and surpassing his fundraising goals. I admit I had to look up ALS to remind myself exactly what it is. It stands for amyotrophic lateral sclerosis. It's a progressive neurodegenerative disease which affects nerve cells in the brain and spinal cord. In layman's terms, it slowly robs people of their ability to walk, speak, swallow, and breathe. Many people also call it Lou Gehrig's disease as it hit the spotlight when it ended the career of the beloved baseball player. Anyway, kudos to Miran and Bruce. Both are so motivational on many levels. This month we are also stoked to mail out some free chain lube to our YouTube subscribers and Instagram followers. SCC Tech saw the video I did comparing their Slick Lube with Dumont Tech and Wolftooth's WT1. They were hyped on the video and on the Trail Magic Monday concept. So they sent over some lube in the small bike packing sizes for us to give away. I'm not sponsored by them in any way and it was completely unsolicited. So yeah, if you're in the market for some awesome chain lube, watch that video and consider giving SCC some love. On another note, one of our awesome patrons, Gino, has been instrumental in a lot of Trail Magic giving lately. He recently left $150 in tips to the fine people at his favorite post-ride beer spot, Out of the Barrel Tap House. It goes without saying they were extremely touched and thankful for Gino's generosity. He also quietly helps fund one of our friends and Trail Magic partners to pay it forward while he's out on trail. If you don't already know John Freeman and his furry friend Mira, you should follow them on Instagram and check out his YouTube videos. They dogpack all over the world and John recently checked in with us from Baja, California. So I'll just read his words over some photos from his social media. I wanted to give you a little update. About 3 or 4 days ago, I was talking with a Nicaraguan fellow who is in pretty tough straits, both health-wise and work-wise. He spoke reasonably fluent English and of course Spanish. He has traveled quite a bit and managed to make his way into the United States on a couple of occasions to find work and healthcare. After talking with him for some time, I thought about Trail Magic and gave him some money to help him in his life. I know it will definitely make a difference for the fellow. His name is Wilmer. He said it's actually a reasonably common name in Nicaragua. Also, when riding after I met him in Catavina, I rode through a long section without water. There's a place called El Cardon. There used to be an old rancher that would sell water to bikepackers. He was in his 80s and passed away back in January last year. His grandson Raul is now providing water for bikepackers at no cost, but is accepting donations that he uses to purchase more water. I bought enough water on your behalf to cover the rest of the season for any bikepackers coming through. Thanks for letting me help you pay it forward down here in the Baja. John. That update is the epitome of what Trail Magic Monday is all about and why we started it. Selfless and humble, giving in the moment, from the heart, because it's right. Our first year of Trail Magic Monday is in the can. I'm stoked on the little seeds we've planted and I'm super fired up to see this initiative flourish. If anything, I hope this video reminds us all to lead with love and kindness in our day-to-day lives. It's as simple as a genuine smile and hello and holding a door open for a stranger. Or keeping some extra cash on hand for when it's right to help a brother or sister out with a coffee or just a friendly gesture. I hope you ruminate on this during your next bike ride, which is what I'm going to do right now. We're open to any ideas on how we can improve and maximize Trail Magic Monday, so let her rip in the comments below. Have a blessed day, and until next time, ride bikes, give back, pay it forward. Thanks so much for squeezing dirty teeth into your busy schedule. Please help us reach more people and ensure you receive new videos by giving this video a like, subscribing to the channel, and clicking the notification bell. Until next time, ride bikes, give back, pay it forward.